Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like the person staring back simply wasn't enough? Maya felt that way every single day, until one morning, something happened that forced her to face the truth she had been running from. If you saw Maya on the street, you would think she had everything. Her hair always looked neat, her clothes were perfect, her makeup? Smooth, flawless, like something from a magazine cover. People admired her everywhere she went. Women asked, "Wow, what do you use on your skin?" Men said, "You always look so put together." But the truth? Maya didn't feel put together at all. Behind the makeup was a woman who felt afraid every single day. Afraid of judgment, afraid of being seen, afraid that if people looked at her real face, they would reject her. She wasn't hiding pimples. She was hiding pain. Every morning she woke up at 4:30 a.m., not for prayer, not for exercise, but to create the mask that made her feel safe. She blended foundation like painting a shield. She shaped her eyebrows like building a wall. She applied lipstick like sealing her emotions shut. And when she looked into the mirror afterward, she didn't say, "I'm beautiful." She whispered, "At least now I can go outside without people staring." That was her life, day after day, year after year. Smile outside, broken inside. Maya was known for her big smile, but it was only a performance. At work, she laughed loudly. At church, she greeted everyone with joy. On social media, she posted beautiful pictures with filters on filters. But when night came and she washed her face, when the makeup melted and the mask was gone, she couldn't look at herself for more than 3 seconds. She felt uncomfortable, empty, not enough. Her heart whispered lies. "You are not pretty. No one will like you without makeup. You have to look perfect, or you are nothing." The worst part? She believed those lies. One day, her friend invited her to a picnic. Maya almost said yes, but then she heard the words that always stopped her. What if your makeup melts in the sun? What if someone sees your real face? What if they laugh? She canceled the invitation with a fake excuse and sat alone in her room, scrolling through photos of other women. They looked confident, bold, free. She, on the other hand, felt trapped inside her own skin. She whispered, "God, why wasn't I made beautiful like them?" But she didn't wait for an answer. She never did. She just cried, wiped her tears, and covered the pain with more foundation. On a Wednesday morning, something happened. Something simple, but life-changing. Maya overslept. Her alarm didn't ring. Her phone battery died, and when she woke up, she had 20 minutes to get to work. She panicked. Her hands shook as she searched for her makeup kit. She checked the bathroom. Not there. She ran to the living room. Not there. Then she remembered. She left her makeup bag at her friend's house the previous night when she helped babysit. Her heart dropped. No, 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 no. Her breathing became tight. Her hands trembled. "I can't go outside like this. People will stare. People will judge. I can't. I just can't." She called work, pretending to cough. "Sorry, I'm sick today." But when she hung up, she wasn't relieved. She was ashamed. She sat on her bed and whispered, "What kind of life is this? Why am I like this?" That was the first time she admitted it to herself. She wasn't living. She was hiding. Later that afternoon, Maya decided to finally look at her bare face in the mirror. She sat down slowly, as if approaching something dangerous. When she looked up, she hated what she saw. Her eyes filled with tears. She tried to look away, but forced herself to face it. "This is why I hide," she whispered. "This is why I can't be seen." But then something unexpected happened. Something broke inside her, not in a painful way, but like a wall finally cracking after years of pressure. She cried. Not the quiet tears of every night. This time she cried from her chest, from the parts of her she had buried, from the wounds she never allowed herself to feel. She cried until her throat burned. She fell on her knees beside her bed and finally prayed a prayer she had run from for years. God, I don't know who I am anymore. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of hiding. I don't want to be afraid of myself. Please, help me. When she finished speaking, she felt silly. She expected silence, but something gentle happened. As she knelt there, her face still wet with tears, a thought rose inside her heart, soft, calm, unlike her own voice. My daughter, you are already beautiful. She froze. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't a thunder from heaven. It was quiet, peaceful, tender. Another thought followed. I formed you with purpose. Nothing about you is a mistake. Maya let out another tear, but this time it wasn't pain. It was release, comfort, healing. For the first time in her life, she didn't argue with the voice. She didn't say, "No, God, I'm ugly." She didn't list her flaws. She simply sat there feeling loved. God didn't shout. He didn't condemn her. He didn't say she shouldn't wear makeup. He simply reminded her she was his, and everything he made was good. The next morning, Maya woke up and looked in the mirror again. She saw the same face, the same skin, the same features, but something inside her was different. She whispered, "Maybe I don't have to hide today." She didn't wear full makeup, just a little lip balm, and went outside for a short walk. Her heart beat fast. Her palms were sweaty. She expected people to stare. But guess what? Nobody looked at her. Nobody cared. Nobody judged. And for the first time ever, she realized people were never her enemy. Her own mind was. That day became her new starting point. Healing didn't happen in one day, but every day Maya grew stronger. Day 1, she went for a walk without makeup. Day 3, she went to the store without foundation. Day 7, she joined a prayer group online where women shared their insecurities. Day 12, she wrote in her journal, "I am not my makeup. I am God's child."
You look
Day
just
20,
like a princess
she stood in
today.
front of the mirror and smiled at her bare face. Not a forced smile, a real one. Day 32, she went to work with minimal makeup and felt comfortable. The more she trusted God's voice, the more the old lies lost their power. One evening, Maya stepped out of her apartment to take out the trash. A little girl from next door saw her and smiled brightly. "You look really happy today," the girl said. Not, "You look pretty," not, "You look perfect," just, "You look happy." That simple compliment hit Maya deeply, because for years she had tried to look pretty. She had tried to look perfect, but she had never tried to simply be happy. And here she was, barefaced, comfortable, peaceful, and someone finally saw happiness on her. She whispered, "Thank you, God. This is what freedom feels like." One Sunday morning, Maya stood in front of her mirror again. She looked at her reflection, her real reflection, and instead of criticizing, she said, "I am enough. I am chosen. I am loved. I am beautiful because God made me." She didn't say it with pride. She said it with truth. She realized her beauty was never in her foundation. Her beauty was in her identity. By the time she walked into church that day, something was different. People greeted her. Some said she looked refreshed. Some asked if she had been on vacation. They didn't see her makeup. They saw her peace, and that was the beauty she always had, but never knew. Maya's transformation didn't mean she threw away makeup. No, she still loved makeup. She still used it. But the difference? She no longer used it to hide. She used it as a choice, not a mask. She no longer hid behind a smile. She smiled because she truly felt joy. She no longer lived in fear of being seen. She lived in confidence that she was already loved, deeply and unconditionally, by God. Her healing didn't come from makeup or no makeup. It came from truth. Truth that said, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are my masterpiece. You don't need perfection to be loved. And most importantly, you don't need to run anymore." Maya learned one life-changing truth. Healing starts the moment you stop pretending. Transformation begins when you are honest with God, and peace enters when you finally stop running from yourself. She didn't become confident because she changed her face. She became confident because God changed her heart. And now, when she steps out of her house, barefaced or glamorous, she carries one truth everywhere she goes. I am enough. I am loved. I am God's.